Ladies and gentlemen, good day. I am Sولاقا بولص Yusuf al-Qidji, an Iraqi well-known businessman, originally from Ankara, Erbil, Kurdistan, Iraq, a consultant civil engineer and president of Ankara Group of Companies. My story is a very good example of success in business. I transferred my residence from Ankara to Baghdad in 1975, seeking for my best future. I started my own business in 1977 as a general contractor under the name of Ankara Engineering Bureau. After being a member of Baghdad Chamber of Commerce and a member of Iraqi Contractors Union. My first contract agreement was with DIFCO Company, a Netherlands company. It came by chance through knocking doors of companies' offices. It was for foundations and floors of cowhouses. The contract period was 1 year, but was extended for several months for extra works by deviation orders. I started this project in the beginning of summer, where the temperature rises around 50 degrees centigrade in July and August in Iraq. I am known as a very hard worker. I was in lack of money, so I worked not like a contractor only, but also as the project engineer, site engineer, surveyor, supervisor, foreman, and even sometimes helping shuttering carpenters and steel fixers. Starting work early morning before sunshine till sunset. Installing my level and theodolite instruments on site, starting with soil compaction to 95 degrees. It was a very precise work, where the bolts of stanchion bases have to be embedded in concrete of stanchion foundation in exact position to the nearest of few millimeters. I was so eager to work hard to succeed that I never used glasses, hat, or other safety precautions. I used to work even during my weekend, preparing for the next week. Sometimes we continued working night shift for casting concrete to protect from very high temperature during the day. I executed the project in time and with high level of accuracy, quality, and satisfaction of my client. My profit was very high, so that I started a bigger project made of 2 irrigation pumping station turnkey job as main contractor for land reclamation department. The project was made of supply and installation of pumps, training of operators, enlargement of canals and housing for operators, etc. I had imported the pumps from Mono Pumps Company, an English company. The project was executed successfully within the contract period of 1 year. Then I continued to expand my business by establishing several companies. Ankawa Company for Concrete Products Limited, Ankawa Reconstruction Company Limited, Al-Nibras Transportation Company Limited, Al-Bunat Company Limited, Arbailo Company Limited, and Boosters Company for Communications and Smart Buildings Limited. These companies were mostly family companies. Till now, I have executed hundreds of projects and works for government departments, foreign companies, UN organizations, and for myself, all successfully and in time, such as buildings, houses, roads, irrigation, petrol stations, poultry houses, cow houses, factories, water treatment plants, smart works, services and supplies. In the year 2003, up to the end of 2005, I worked with American Army and some American companies. It was very dangerous and a hard work, where sometimes I was using Army tank for transportation to the site of work. Then, me and my family were threatened by terrorists. On 25th October 2005, I was kidnapped and then released on 30th October after paying $180,000 to the kidnappers. Then I took my family back to my homeland, Ankawa, Erbil, where I continued my business till now. Ladies and gentlemen, since I started my business till now, I faced a lot of challenges. The most difficult for me was extraordinary corruption, because I am a man of principles. By the way, I started writing political articles after 2003 in social media and in newspapers, mostly against corruption. Other challenges were lack of materials and lack of loans from banks, difficulty in getting equipment, machineries, tools, and skilled manpower, bad infrastructure, lack of access roads, and many others that you never face in well-organized, developed countries. In addition to the important challenge of fulfilling my responsibility towards my family. Finally, I am proud of myself, not because I have made a lot of money, enough to my children and grandchildren, starting from nearly zero capital, but mainly because I kept my respect to myself and all the time and never fell in corruption, with keeping my best excellent health. Ladies and gentlemen, corruption in Iraq was established by Saddam Hussein's regime and encouraged by the Americans and our politicians, of course. After occupation or liberation of Iraq, whatever you call it, in 2003, corruption was there, nobody fight it, till it became in a very high level, which produced all the problems in Iraq. Among all, the occupation of nearly 1/3 of Iraq by ISIS. Corruption was not only stealing and looting hundreds of billions of dollars from the budgets of Iraq, but caused killing hundreds of thousands of Iraqi people, in addition to displacing millions and ruining several cities. The Americans should bear their responsibility with the world society. For your information, I used to help poor people and refugees all the time, directly, for I don't trust NGO organizations or even religious men. My life story contains many other interesting, fantastic stations beyond this occasion. Thank you.